friends, welcome to this very Percy Jackson reading vlog. So what we're gonna be doing for this reading vlog is I'm going to take you along with me rereading The Lightning Thief. If you know anything about me, is that the Percy Jackson series was my series. If Harry Potter was like your series growing up, Percy Jackson was mine. I didn't even read Harry Potter till like very late in the game. I was in like 8th grade when I finished them or something like that. Percy Jackson was with me all growing up. It was the first like real actual like series that I really got into. I saw myself as Annabeth. I adored their relationship. I just adored Percy Jackson. I felt like I related a lot to him. It was my very first fan account, fun fact. I don't have access to that account anymore, unfortunately. Got like thousands of followers on there, and it was just a wild time for me. I really loved it. It was really, really fun. I just owe a lot to the series because without making that fan account, I would have never known about Bookstagram and BookTube and everything. So I owe a lot to this series, and genuinely it is just one of my favorite series ever, and I have not done a reread in a very, very long time, but today that's what we're going to be doing because in 5 days the new Percy Jackson TV show comes out, which is so incredibly exciting to me, and I'm genuinely so excited to see like what they do with it because it's on Disney Plus. Rick Riordan is very, very proud of it. He was involved very heavily in it all, so I'm just so pumped to see what all occurs because I know with the movie did not follow the books. Now that Rick was very involved in it and he seems to really be promoting and pushing it, I'm very excited for it. In order for me to watch that, I really want to reread it, hence this reading vlog. I've been meaning to do kind of a reading vlog about rereading all of my favorite childhood book series and whatnot and take you guys along. I think I'll probably be doing a whole reading vlog just based on this whole series, maybe like one per book. We're just gonna focus on this main one. So the first 2 episodes air on December 20th. Currently it is December 15th. I started reading this last night. I only got 4 pages in because I was overwhelmed with how much it was taking me back and just how much I was loving it so much. I adore this series and it means a lot to me, so being able to reread it, especially in this new light of getting excited for a TV show to come out and one that is probably fairly accurate, it just warms my heart a lot. This series deserves genuinely the entire world. So let's get to reading this. I honestly started crying the first page in with the most iconic words ever known in the book community. I'm also planning on doing like episode reviews. I don't know if they're gonna be every episode or like every few episodes. I'm gonna read you guys the first page just because I feel like we need to. We just need to. Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice is close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth and try to lead a normal life. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time, it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways. If you're a normal kid reading this because you think it's fiction, great. Read on. I envy you for being able to believe that none of this ever happened. But if you recognize yourself in these pages, if you feel something stirring inside, stop reading immediately. You might be one of us, and once you know it, it's only a matter of time before they sense it too. And they'll come for you. Don't say I didn't warn you. My name is Percy Jackson. I'm 12 years old. Until a few months ago, I was a boarding student at Yancey Academy, a private school for troubled kids in upstate New York. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you can say that. Ah! My little heart, my little childhood heart is just so full. It's so full. Let's get to reading this. Okay, so we just met Annabeth. which is so freaking fun. I love their relationship so much. Their relationship was literally just relationship goals the entirety of the series. I'm obsessed with them so much. But I was also thinking about all of the editions of Percy Jackson that I own, and I thought it would be kind of fun to show you guys in this vlog because I feel like I show them a lot like in the background because this is my entire like Rick Riordan shelf. I thought it would be fun to like actually go through all of the editions that I have because I've also been looking for some more editions. Let me show you all the editions that I have. So this is my Rick Riordan shelf and it extends all the way over there to like right about there. So this is my whole shelf right here. So starting off with the edition that I'm reading, this is the original cover in paperback. I got this as a box set, which I still have the box for it right here. It doesn't have anything in it, but I got it as a box set for Christmas one year, I think. So I also have the illustrated edition of the first book that they came out with. I'm just showing you guys all of the first book editions that I have because I have a lot more of those. It is really pretty. I will say, not my absolute favorite artwork ever. I think Viria, if you guys remember when Viria took the Percy Jackson fandom by storm, she was basically like the official artist, but like not actually. So if Viria ever did something like this, you best believe I will be picking that up immediately. But yeah, this is the illustrated version. Next up, I have the hardback edition of the 10th anniversary edition. This was part of their like new covers that they came out with. Just looks like that on the side. This has gotten like quite a few cover changes. But this is the 10th anniversary with the Barnes Noble exclusive collector's edition. I've had this for a little bit. It kind of has like all of the like different like Percy Jackson covers on the inside. I believe it's also on the back too. So if you have any of those, let me know because I would love to collect them. And then on the inside, it has the entire, like, this is like the whole series. And then I also have the first two editions of the newest covers. This is the first book, this is the second one. I want to collect the entire series, but I just have the first two right now. I just think it's so aesthetically pleasing. Now for my most special edition that I always get questions about. I have the entire series in this edition. Thankfully, from my dad, from when they came out, he got it for me as I think it was like my 15th or 16th birthday present. And those are the leather-bound editions from Easton Press. They do not make these anymore. So this is book one. It's gorgeous. Like genuinely, it is one of the most beautiful books that I own. All of them have gold foil pages. I have the rest of the series here. They have their corresponding colors, but they all look exactly like this, just with different colors. This first one is signed by Rick. So on the inside, it has his signature. So there's his signature, and then there's a certificate of authenticity. Oh, so this was from 2014. So this was probably for my 14th birthday, I want to say, because I would have been 13 at the time, because this was from September 1st. So it's signed by Rick, and then it's signed by his wife Rebecca as a witness, and then it's signed by the publisher. So it would have been probably for my 14th birthday in 2015. I remember him showing up with them and I literally gasped. They have not made these since 2014. I honestly have never seen anyone else have these. I definitely know they made quite a few copies because they were selling them for a limited time. I really would like a way to like display them better than this, but due to how many Rick Riordan books I have, that's what we have to deal with. So those are all of the copies of the first book that I have. Obviously, I have a lot more over here of just like other books that he has. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this segment of this video. I'm gonna get back to reading because I have like 3 days to finish this. So also, if you're wondering, the bookmark that I'm using, I just bought it from Title Pieces. They're Title Pieces on Instagram and on Etsy, and it's gold foil. Isn't that so cool? Anyways, I thought it was perfect. So let's get back to reading. Explain to me why Percy getting determined is making me emotional. Like, explain to me why that made me emotional. Please, please tell me. This is gonna be a long ride. The first snack bar reference. I forgot about the pink poodle. Oh my god. Hi friends, it's the next day since I updated you last. I just had work and then I changed into some comfy clothes. So we have a lot to do before I can like actually read. I woke up with the worst pimple right here It hurt so bad. It was so big and it just hurt so much. So that's how we started today. And then I opened at work, so now I'm home early. So it's only like 11:22, which is so nice. So last night I got halfway through. So I have a feeling I could finish today if I really try, but I have a lot of stuff that I need to get done today. So I'm on page 197. We had just left Auntie M's, which is Medusa's sculpture emporium thing that she has, and he just sent off her head to Mount Olympus, like the icon that he is. That's where we're at right now. We're a little bit over 50% of the way through, just barely though. So I'm excited to keep reading, but I thought I'd just give you guys an update. I'm on chapter 13. It comes out in 2 days, so we're on track. We're doing great. I'm not going to be able to read the entire series like I wanted to. At least I can get through the first book, which is what the first season's based on. So we're doing good. I have some other things I need to get done, but I'll update you guys when I read more. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm making ramen because why not? Look how it's kind of ugly. For my bosses for Christmas, I'm trying to draw their coffee shop because they just are the sweetest ever. So currently there's a little sneak peek because I don't want to actually reveal where I work. It's taking me so long. I think I'm gonna take a break and eat and then probably read for a little bit. Guys, literally the 2 episodes, Sophie's right there. The 2 episodes that were supposed to come out tomorrow came out tonight early. What the fuck? Percy Jackson. Also, tonight, so much is happening. I was going to finish reading the book, before tomorrow, but apparently now they're out. So that's been thrown out the window. So we're just apparently going to finish it whenever, and then I'm going to watch it. I blacked out in Barnes & Noble. Sophie can attest to that.
Oh, yeah.
My Barnes & Noble's moving, so it was a 50% off everything, plus 10% because I was a member. So it was a total of 60% off, which was absolutely insane. I bought 23 items, one of them being a candle, 2 of them being gifts. The rest were books for myself. Absolutely insane. I blacked out. I'm still recovering. Also, what the fuck? It came out early. I wish I finished my reread. I would be freaking out right now. I am freaking out right now. But what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess now we're gonna finish it whenever I finish it. Ignore how busted I look right now. Done my hair or makeup or anything. So it's the next day since I did that last clip because they released Percy Jackson early. So finishing my reread before the show coming out is thrown out the window. So I'm super close to finishing. I do have work at 11 until 4:30. I'm not gonna be able to read a whole lot in the morning. It's currently 8:45, almost 9, and I have to get ready and everything. So I might be able to squeeze in a little bit before I have to leave. I'm not gonna be able to watch it tonight though, which unfortunately because I open tomorrow, so I'm cloping. So fun. But that means I get off early tomorrow, so then I can watch it and give you guys my review. I also need to edit my Christmas reading vlog because God knows I have so many clips. As for updates, I am on page 283. So we have 100 pages left. I think a little less than 100 pages left. It goes by so fast because it is a middle grade, so we don't have much left. It's just so much fun seeing Percy and Annabeth flirt but also be disgusted with one another, and the banter between all of them is so good. They just do not write banter like that ever anymore. I'm really enjoying that. Annabeth, so sassy. I know we used to call Percy Persassy or whatever back in the day. It's for a reason. So I'm excited to get back to reading. It's so fun. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Please, Percy literally just went. So they're trying to get into the underworld. It's that part where they're trying to get in, and Charon is asking, "You couldn't read my name correctly. Are you dyslexic?" And Percy went, "No, I'm dead." I can't with them. I cannot with them. Annabeth grabbing Percy's hand. Yes, please. She, not the tearful
victimized children that they're playing because the entire time Percy was being sought after by the entirety of the world, basically, because of what Smelly Gabe was feeding to the press, that he abducted his mom and whatever. Obviously that all got resolved and he was kidnapped by Ares or whatever. I just want to see my loving stepfather again. Every time I saw him on TV calling me a delinquent punk, I knew somehow we would be okay. I can't with him. I can't. I finished.
Okay, time to talk a little bit while I get ready because I need to get ready for work. It was just so much fun being able to be back in that world. I know I had like a fan account for quite a few years. Everything just like came back to me and I felt like I was just like welcomed back into that world, and it was just so sweet like seeing where everything started and then where it had gone, how much they've grown as like characters and whatnot. And I'm so excited that we're able to like actually be back in that world, and that Rick decided to write more books, part of Percy Jackson. Being able to see how sarcastic and funny they are, and I always remembered that they were like super duper funny and whatnot, but being able to like be back in that again, I realized how freaking sassy they all are, and I loved it. They just don't write characters like that anymore, and I forgot to put my sunscreen on. Also seeing Percy and Annabeth's like beginning of their relationship. I love it. They're little like kind of flirting, but not really flirting. They had like cute little moments that I don't think they thought anything of until they like obviously looked back on it later. I'm just obsessed with them, and I'm happy that it's like the original trio again, because they just like have such a dynamic that is unlike like anyone else. They just don't write books like that anymore. Percy is literally, I do not have the guts that he has. He has way too much guts for his own freaking good. The way that he was challenging people left and right, I could never. But it was entertaining to see how he kind of defied the gods and like really just showed them that like, yeah, you guys are gods, but like you're not as mighty as other people in the world, you know? I'm excited to see where the TV show goes. The first 2 episodes are out. They got released last night early, as you guys know from my excessive random screaming and me freaking out with my sister in the room and her being hella confused on what the hell is going on. I'm really glad that I reread the first one before the series. I'm just really hoping that they keep like the sassiness of Percy. And based on Walker's other role as little Ryan Reynolds in the Adam Project, I feel like he can embody the sassiness like perfectly. So I'm very excited about it. I'm excited to see where they go with it. I saw a clip of one of them flossing though, and I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be, I'm a little nervous. It's gonna be slightly cringy, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It'll be fine. Maybe. But this could become a very long show, and it honestly is amazing because they are all like Percy, Annabeth, and Grover's like age, so they can really just like grow up with them if they can actually keep on time, you know, and keep filming on time. Hopefully they get greenlit already. I'm so surprised that they released it early. Like Disney does not do that. So I'm slightly confused as to why, and if there's like reasoning behind it, or if they just wanted to do like a little surprise thing or what. I'm hoping to reread the rest of this series in the coming months. So I'm going to update you guys when I watch the show, which is probably gonna be tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna have enchiladas tonight for dinner. So in true Percy Jackson fashion, we just got the ones from like Costco that are pre-made because they're easy. And then I'm gonna see if I can grab some stuff to make cookies tomorrow before I watch the show. So we'll see if we can make some blue cookies. Hi friends, I have my what is supposed to be a blue drink. It didn't turn out to be blue, it's literally green. Today is the day to watch Percy Jackson, the first 2 episodes. I'm so excited. I just got off of work, so now's the time. I'm probably gonna have enchiladas again, as you saw in those random little clips. We had enchiladas for dinner last night, which was amazing. I'm so excited. friends, it's come to my realization that I never talked about my thoughts last night after watching it. I wrote everything in my journal, all of my thoughts and everything in here. So let's get into it. I watched the first 2 episodes. Also, I am wearing a hat in this video because my hair, it's wash day. So I've been wearing a hat all day, and if I just took it off, it would be absolutely horrible. So first up, I really want to comment on the lighting in these episodes are just so beautiful. There's so many beautiful, beautiful shots, and I'm just quite obsessed with them. There's so many, especially with the rain and the very first intro scene where we first see like Grover being introduced. Oh my gosh, the lighting in there, then with the rain going down when they were fighting the Minotaur, it was beautiful. Like genuinely, overall, it's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous show. I thought it was so funny. They showed the Mythomagic cards, which was a fun little tease. And then there was the Minotaur in their underwear, which was so funny. I'm kind of just like talking about a lot of like the differences and stuff, but also like talking about the things that I'm excited about, just because I literally just read the first book. They really gave into the Furies like really quickly, like Mrs. Dodds. They didn't like have that lead up of Miss Dodds leading Percy back into the Met and then that whole fight scene happening. It was kind of just very, very fast and like over within 2 seconds. So that was a little underwhelming. Then we got to see an Uncle Rick cameo. So Rick Riordan made a cameo in the Yancey office. If you missed him, he was sitting in the corner because it was Uncle Rick, and then it was the like Yancey principal or whatever, and then it was Mr. Brummer, aka Chiron. And then Grover sold Percy out, which made me so sad because I'm like, Grover would not ever do that. And I know it was to protect him, and they like made these changes to like make more sense for like TV and stuff like that. Grover would never do that. So I was a little sad about that, but that's okay. Also, when they included Olivia Rodrigo's song, one thing is that the music came in at the most random points and confused the hell out of me. Olivia Rodrigo, it stopped in the middle of their conversation. I was distracted because I was like, why am I hearing Olivia? How is Olivia in this show? And so I was distracted by Olivia Rodrigo. The way it stopped, it just did not match up. It felt really abrupt and really weird stopping point. It happened again when he was fighting the Minotaur. I thought it was really cool because there was no music until all of the sudden, it just like all of a sudden started. There wasn't any like slow lead up or anything, which was a little weird because then it was like the climax. So they were using the music for the climax and then it just shut down. So it was a little funky. The blue jelly beans was so cute to see. And then Percy saying like Jesus. I loved that. That was good. One thing I will say about Walker is that his acting, like he's a good actor. He is a good actor, but the way he's playing Percy right now is that Percy doesn't really have any like reaction to things. I've studied acting, you guys. So I get like this subtle acting and movements to show things, but there were some scenes where he had quite literally no reaction to what was being said to him, and it happened like quite a lot, but I know that he's gonna grow into such an amazing Percy. I watched him in the Adam Project right when the Adam Project came out, and I absolutely loved him in that. Percy's a really sassy character. Like, genuinely, he's really sassy. He's also really, really strong, super brave. He's very loyal to a fault, literally his Achilles heel. Like, there's just so much about him that I'm gonna, like, discover as the series goes on. Annabeth, I'm so excited about Annabeth. The end credits are gorgeous, and they tell the first book story, which is so freaking cool. I was watching the end credits, and I just love how involved Rick got to be. He got to like help write the script, he got to like produce it, he got to do like so many different things, so I'm really, really happy about that. Moving on to episode 2, You Drool When You Sleep. I love the like lines that they included. There was one that even Clarice had that was literally like an exact from the book, which I really appreciated. Also, the design of Camp Half-Blood is gorgeous. Like, genuinely, I want to do set design, so if I could have worked on that, life would have been complete. Life would have been complete. The set design in general is just everything that I want to work on. Like, how beautiful the like mosaic pieces and all of the artwork and the subtle draws to each god and goddess. Like, it was just absolutely stunning. I was quite obsessed with the whole forest and just everything. The sassy started to come out finally, which I really enjoyed. I literally said, Hermes upgraded from sleeping bags on the floor, lol. And then I said, JK, not Percy, because he got a sleeping bag on the floor. And then I was confused by the Cloven Counselor. I was like, where is Grover going? What is happening right now? And then they finally included the dreams, which was nice. Percy testing out like each of the like archery, and what else did he test out? Welding. Literally was giving Tinkerbell. Y'all remember when Tinkerbell was trying to like test out and try to get like a new, I don't even remember what they called it, but like she would test out every single fairy's different specialty to try to change hers. That's what it was giving. I know, it was so funny. I loved it. Percy was Tinkerbell. I love Annabeth so much. I'm so excited to dive more into her. She didn't get a whole lot of lines, but she's already showing like how smart and calculated and amazing she is. So I'm so excited to dive more into her, see more of her acting come out because we were just barely introduced. I wrote in all caps, why is he flossing? That's just such... I feel like Percy would be doing that. He genuinely would. He's a 12-year-old. Like, he would be doing that. As someone who's worked with kids that age, like, he would be. He would be. He would find everything funny. He would just be randomly doing it. So I honestly feel like Walker kind of just probably was doing it, and they were like, yeah, I am Sally Jackson's son. Hit my heartstrings so much. I don't remember what I was saying. Grover, please. Yeah, that was my last one. So those are all my thoughts currently, my jotted down notes so far. I'm very excited for this TV show. I think it's going to be aesthetically very, very pleasing and beautiful. And overall, like, just like what Percy Jackson deserves, how gorgeous it is, how accurate they're being. Like, yes, there's a lot of changes, but also some of them are for the better or will be for the better, and kind of just changing it to fit TV and to fit like how it is now, you know? I'm excited to see Walker get more into Percy and get more comfortable with Percy, because right now it just feels like he's just very not there. He's embodying Percy, but not to the full extent that he could be. It's gonna be so good. It warms my heart. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.